is going to start up here, but again, that was just on my mat. Oh yeah, do whatever feels good. It's pretty small group, so I figure whatever felt like whatever, you know. I don't think there's anything too wild happening where anybody's going to need like help too much in the moment. So wherever you are on your mat, just start to get comfortable in your seat. Can you see me okay, Conchetta?
Yeah, I'm like on the computer, so like I made you like bigger on the screen.
Okay, yeah. Good. As you're sitting in the seat, lean left and lean right. And then lean way forward over the legs and sit up nice and tall. The legs can be crossed or just folded into you as much as it feels good in your body. And as you do that, start to take a nice deep breath in the nose. And then exhale, blow that breath all the way away. Relaxing the body. Maybe looking down at the floor, looking at the nose. Take another big breath in the nose, fill the body up with the breath. And then exhale from the mouth, blow that breath all the way away. Slowly empty the body out again. This time take another big breath in the nose. And as you fill up the body, just hold on to that breath for an extra pause. Stay really full with all of your breath filling the body. And then when you're ready, blow that breath away, part the lips, blow that breath away, all the way away, relaxing the body a little bit more. Softening the eyes, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue. Softening the shoulders, sinking the spine a little bit deeper into the pelvic bowl, and even relaxing, rounding the spine just a little bit. Letting the chin gently just reach in toward the chest, relaxing the eyes and closing them again if that feels good. The face can soften even more. As you breathe in each time, let yourself sink a little bit deeper into your seat. Relaxing your seat even, relaxing the legs. And bringing your attention down to the space between your mat and your body. And under the mat where your floor is, under the mat where the floor and the ground, under the ground, down to the earth. Thinking all the way down to the earth. Almost as if it's just you sitting on top of the earth. Just breathing down to that space. If you like to practice intention setting, you can bring those moments and those thoughts in now. If that's not something that's familiar to you, you could think things like, I am here to relax. I'm here to connect to my body. I'm here for continuing my health. And then just start to let that fall away too. The next breath away, just let those thoughts also exhale away. Letting all the outside parts of the day also fall away for just a couple of more moments, a few breaths here on this mat with me, with each other, and with our body and with our breath. knowing that everything will be there when we're done. And then bring hands, one hand to belly, one hand to heart, and just be connected now to that space between the palms and the body. Bringing your awareness up a little higher, higher, higher from the earth into the root of your being, and then up into the belly, up into the heart. Breathing your energy there for a few breaths. Sending in some thoughts of love, love for your whole self, for everything that your body has done for you up until this moment, and everything she will do for you after. Just a few thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just maybe a few unconditional, I love you, I love you, I love yous. Let's bring the hands a little higher together and place them, palms pressing each other into prayer position. Let the chin reach toward the chest. And as you do that, stretch the spine a little higher, reach into the seat a little left and right. Reach the crown a little higher to the sky. Let the back feel nice and straight, but keep the jaw soft. Keep the chin close to the chest. As you breathe, press your palms into each other, like lining up each finger, index finger pressing into the other index finger, middle fingers pressing into each other, fourth fingers pressing, and pinky fingers and thumbs too. The whole palm, press, press, pressing. Relaxing the jaw though, keep pressing, pressing. The next time you take a breath in, press the palms and just gently reach the palms up high to the sky, keeping them pressing together. You can even look with the chin and just reach the arms up nice and straight as it feels good without any strain. And then exhale, bring them back down, 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 down in front of the body for prayer space, prayer position. Let the chin and shoulders round in. Take a breath, send the palms up high again, pressing the fingertips still, reaching high, high, high. And then when you exhale, bring them back down, down, down again. One more time, press the palms, reach them up high, high, high to the sky, look with the chin. Careful not to drop the head onto the back. And then exhale, bring the palms back down, bring the head and the chin back into the chest, soften the shoulders, sit in the seat for a moment, take a breath here. Nice big breath in the nose. If it feels good, exhale that breath away with a sigh. Bring the palms down beside you on the mat. So the fingers and the hands are just touching the mat beside you. Walking the fingertips, so just fingertips touching. Walk the fingertips away, so just your longest fingers are touching. For me, it's the middle finger and pointer finger, and sometimes just the middle finger. But so that one finger on each hand are touching, and then start to reach your crown really high. Almost imagine like a triangle line of energy from fingertips up high, high, high to the crown, and then from that side of the crown back down, down, down the arm to the other fingertips, pressing just gently into the mat. Take another breath, press into the mat, reach the crown high, but relax the tongue. Hold the shape of your triangle. And then exhale that breath away. Keep the shape another moment. The next time you take a breath in, start to breathe the arms up alongside the body like a T. So the palms are face down, arms are long, facing away, fingers are reaching away. Spine nice and long. Keeping the jaw relaxed. Start to take the palms and rotate them up toward the sky, almost like you're holding two invisible plates. Keep the elbows nice and straight. If it feels too crunchy, bring them back in toward the body. No strain in the arms or armpits. Take another breath, and as you do that, start to close the arms above the head, like so that the arms come up alongside the ears, and just let the fingertips touch. And then on your exhale, let them come back down to the T. That breath there, let the palms face back down, down to the ground. And then when you exhale, let the arms go back down to the mat. Relax the arms, soften the shoulders. Let the head shake no a couple times. Take a breath here in this space. I like to take a big breath in the nose and exhale that away. Take another breath in, sit up nice and tall in the spine. Exhale that away out of the mouth. The next breath in, breathe the arms up nice and long like a T, and then rotate the palms up to the sky. Take another breath in and close the arms up. This time even look to the palms. Let the palms touch. And then exhale, let them come back down alongside the body. Palms can come all the way back down to the ground. Let the shoulders soften, let the head round in. Take a breath. Take another breath in, sit up tall in the seat, straighten the spine. Exhale that away. Take another breath in, let the arms go all the way up alongside, touching above the head, looking up with the eyes. And then on this exhale, bring the palms down at prayer. Let them sit in front of the body, keeping the spine nice and tall. Sit up straight in your seat. Keep the jaw soft though, but nice and straight spine, crown reaching high. Start to press the fingertips into each other one more time. Press the fingertips, straighten the spine. As you keep pressing the fingertips, bring your awareness to the belly button, to the navel space. Keep pressing the fingertips and start to bring that belly button high into the reach of the spine. We're going to twist from the belly button space. We're going to twist to the right. As you do that, keep pressing your palms into each other. Just gently twist that lower belly to the right. Keep pressing the palms together. As you exhale, keep the shape, but soften the spine a little. Take another breath in, press the palms, thinking from the middle belly across the breast. Breathe a little more into that twist. Maybe it was just a notch. Let your arms come down to the mat. One may land on the legs, one may land on the floor behind you. Grab onto the body, grip and squeeze the legs. Press into the mat and let your arms, let your fingertips sort of squeeze the spine, but no pulling. If there's any strain, back out of it just a notch. But also imagine letting your arms and letting your fingertips sort of squeeze the spine just a little bit, like juicing an orange. Take another breath, and with the shoulders, with the chin, look all the way into that right side twist. Soften the spine once you get there, and just stay all the way in the twist with the shoulders soft, head looking down, chin into the chest. Take another breath in and reach the crown high. Stay in the twist. Keeping the breath in, reach the crown high. And as you exhale from the belly button first, come undone from your twist. Belly button, middle belly, shoulders, chin, and take it a little bit even left too. Imagine again juicing that fruit, squeezing the spine a little bit the opposite way. And then bring the body slowly back to center. Bring the hands into the lap, let the chin rest in the body, taking a breath here, soften the shoulders. Big breath in the nose, exhale with a sigh. Take another breath in, reach the crown high. Take another breath in. Bring the hands to prayer. Press the palms together. Looking down at the feet, change position of the feet or maybe put the opposite on top. Keeping the palms pressed, lean into the seat, lean left and right. Get the sits bones close to the mat once more. Lean forward and back. Keeping the palms pressing. Sit back up tall in your seat. Thinking to the navel space again, thinking to the belly button. Keep the palms pressing. And just start to gently twist to the left. Keep the palms pressing another moment. On the next breath in, from the middle belly, from the heart space, twist a little bit more to your left. Bring the arms down to the mat, down to the body, down to the legs. Let those arms straighten and sort of gently squeeze the spine a little into your twist. Any pain, back out of there. Thinking from the shoulders and chin, go a little bit more into that left twist. And then soften the shoulders, soften the face. Take a big breath in, exhale with a sigh. And then we're going to start to breathe in, reach the crown high, still in the twist. And then from the belly button first, coming undone, belly button, heart space, shoulders going a little bit to the right too. Even the arms and the head shake no a little and go a little bit the opposite way. And then land back into the center, shake the head no. Let the chin come into the chest, the hands can lay in the lap. The palms can be face up or down, you decide. And take a breath here before we change shape. Big breath in, fill the belly with air. Hold that for a second, and then exhale, blow that breath all the way away. Now we're going to come up onto hands and knees. I always like to start this space. We're going to be coming into table shape first, so the spine will be nice and long and straight. I always like to say to take the knees a little wider and the palms a little wider than maybe you would the first time. So maybe 2 or 4 fists apart. And then line the knees up that way too. So on hands and knees, face gently looking toward the floor. Arms nice and strong, especially index fingers and thumb pressing into the mat, pressing them a lot into the mat. Press the knees and then soften the knees. Take a breath and start to look up at the chin. Let the belly go low. Let the sits bones open and just reach a little in, lean a little forward and back over the wrists and knees, almost like letting the belly just drop into the cow shape. Don't force the belly, just sort of open the armpits, open the hips, and let the belly reach. Another breath in, let the belly go low to the earth. And then on the exhale, round the spine, push the ground away. Let the chin come up in the chest and take a cat shape. So the spine is really round, high up to the sky. And then here again, lean a little back over the knees. Lean a little forward over the wrist, almost helping push that spine up high to the sky. Relaxing the jaw. Breath in, and then on the exhale, round the belly, go low back to the ground into cow. Look up at the chin. Keep the belly low for a moment here. And with the belly low, look over the right shoulder, almost like you're trying to look back at those pinky toes. Keep the belly low and bring the head back to center. Keep the belly low. Look over the opposite shoulder. Look over the left shoulder like you're trying to see those toes. And then keep the belly low. Bring the body back to center. Another breath in, the ground, reaching the belly to the ground, ground, ground. And then on that exhale, round the spine, go up high, high, high into cat. This time, bring the toes together, send the knees very wide, and sink back into your seat for child's pose. As we make our way here, let the palms and the forearms come down to the mat. So these are like Sphinx arms, palms spread, fingertips just facing on the mat, all of my forearms, and let the head surrender and shake the head no, no, no. If it feels good, lower the upper body, sink into the mat more. Or take two fists and stack them on top of each other and let that third eye sort of rest in that space. Big breath in the nose wherever you find your settled child's pose. And then exhale that away with a sigh. Keep your seat low in your pelvis space here, but sit the arms up straight, pressing the palms into the mat. Keep the arms nice and straight, palms pressing into the mat. Walk the hands to the left side of the body, walking the hands almost like crawling, keeping the seat low. And then once you've walked them all the way to the left, surrender your head again, shake no, and then just breathe into that side body twist with the seat low into your child's pose still. If there's any pulling, walk back out a couple spots. Take a breath in, looking at the palms. Walk the hands back to the middle. Take a breath here, and as you do that, look up with the chin. See if you can let the heart sort of melt in a little more. Almost like when we're going low into that cow, but the belly, the seat is still in our child's pose. Straighten the spine again, shake the head no. With the arms nice and long, palms pressed, walk, walk, walk to the opposite side, to the right side for me. All the way as much as you can go so the arms are still straight and there's no strain or pain in the back or arms or in the hips. Surrender the head, shake the head no. Big breath in and be in that twist for a moment. Take a breath and look at the palms again. Walking the palms back to the middle, middle, middle. Sit the body up so you're still sort of sitting in the child's pose, and then bring the knees together so we're sort of sitting on the knees. From here, if we're going to be on the knees for a couple of moments, if it feels a little like we have knobby knees or the mat's not very thick, sometimes it's nice to double this mat. We're just going to sort of be on the knees and stretching our hips. So we're not going to move, we'll just sort of stay still. So if you wanted to fold the mat, you can do that. And then we're going to sort of help ourselves, maybe with the back into that hands and knees position. Find a space where the knees are closer together, maybe under our ears, but not quite touching. Maybe the thighs and upper thighs are touching, but the knees are a little close, further apart, but not as wide as when we first started. And then when they feel stable, when they feel non-pokey in the floor, learn to walk the body up, stand the body up, and find balance there. Maybe even lean left and right in the knees. Make more space if you need it. And then helping the body sit up nice and tall. Take your time doing that. We'll bring the hands down to the thighs, down to the sides of the legs. Let the palms sort of touch the legs or the hips. Shake the head no a couple times, looking left and right over the shoulders. And then find something in the room sort of to stare at that's not moving. Something nice and still. Let's inhale, breathe our arms up long, 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 alongside of our ears. Keep the head straight. Reach the palms up really, really high, arms long, palms facing away. And then exhale, let them swing back down slowly, slowly, keeping the elbows nice and straight, back down toward the body where we started. One more time, inhale, breathe the arms up nice and high. This time, look between the palms. almost like you're trying to put something on a shelf. Press the knees into the mat a little and reach your wrists up a little higher, like you're just trying to reach a little higher. Let the palms start to come together, and on the exhale, bring them down, down, down at prayer. Sit back on the seat for just a moment here. Shake the head no, soften the shoulders. Inhale, take a breath, sit up on the knees, send the palms up high. Exhale, let them come back down, down, down to prayer, and sit back on the seat on your feet. Take another breath in and sit back up on the knees. Take another breath in, send the palms up high. This time on the exhale, let them come down alongside the body like a T. Rotate the palms so they're facing down to the ground, and on the next exhale, let them come down, down, down to the body, nice and slow, elbows straight. Bring the hands down to the floor one moment and take that left leg nice and long on the mat. Just give yourself a little support, opening up that left leg. We're wanting to line the foot up with that side of the mat, but if parallel doesn't feel good, maybe a little bit of an angle. Not super diagonal, but just a little bit of an angle so that you're as close to parallel as it feels good in your body. Once you've gotten that there, help the body stand back up again with now just the one knee planted into the ground. This foot flat as you can, as parallel as you can. Standing up with the side, with this hip open, and just breathing into the space. Again, when you're feeling balanced, blink the eyes open to where you found something to steady the eyes. If you didn't find something before, find something now just for a little eye balance. This will help keep the body sort of aligned as well. Taking a breath in, thinking with the palms, breathe them up, up, up alongside the ears. Keep the eyes straight. Take another breath in and exhale the arms back down, down, down to the body. Take another breath in, breathe the arms up, 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 up alongside the ears. This time gently look with the chin. And then when you're ready, bring the exhale, let the palms come down, down, down to prayer again. Take a breath in, inhale the palms up at prayer. Exhale, bring the palms back down, down, down again. Take another breath. Let the hands come back down to the body. Now we're going to turn the foot like we're trying to point the toes to the front of the mat. So maybe reach down to the ground to readjust. So the toes are pointed like front of the mat, and the knee is going to be bent. And then help the body stand back up one more time. If the hips aren't quite balanced, reach in, bend that bend in the knee a little. When we're bending the knee, like we're gonna always imagine bending the knee toward the pinky toe. That'll keep us in the best track to not put too much weight on the knee where we're not supported. This won't let us make damages. So any bend that we do, always think the pinky is our friend in the bend. Let the body find balance here, opening up the hips more if you need to. Hands can be on the body. Finding that balance again in the room, something to stare at. Take another breath, breathe the arms up, 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 up alongside the body. If it feels good, keep the arms up and gently just bend that knee a little bit to the left, straighten the body out. Keep the arms up if that feels good, and one more little bend, bend, bend. Just a little micro bend. Let the palms come down, down, down at prayer. Take a breath in, send the palms up. Tiny little micro bend in that knee, micro bend one more time. And then exhale, bring the palms back down, down, down. Let the hands come down to the mat, down to the ground. And bring that foot back up underneath the body into the kneeling space. Sit back on the feet for a minute. Let the hands rest at the body, rest in prayer, you decide. Big breath in the nose, exhale that away with a sigh. And we're just gonna do the same for our other side. Take a breath and start to bring the hands in front of the body, sitting back up on the knees one more time. Take that right leg long this time, or your opposite leg. And first we're gonna do parallel. So as parallel as you can for this side, maybe a little bend. But again, pressing the foot flat and then helping the body stand up on the mat. Taking some balance there, opening the foot more wide if you need it. Again, making connection with your balance in the room with the eyes. Take a breath, breathe the arms up alongside the ears. Keep the arms, the neck nice and straight on your balance. Exhale them back down to the body. Slowly breathe the arms up one more time. This time, look up between the hands. As you take a breath, reach the palms up higher. Press the knee into the mat. Press that pressed foot into the mat. And then let the hands come together like prayer. Bring the hands back down to the body. Soften the shoulders. Breathe here for a moment. Press the palms together. Take a breath in. Send the hands up high. Keep pressing the palms and bring them back down to prayer. Let the hands come back down to the body one more time. We're going to point those toes to the front of the mat, maybe reaching down to the ground to give yourself enough balance. Maybe you can do it partially up. You decide for your body. Again, that bend going toward the pinky toe, just a little bend in that knee, and then finding balance, sitting back up again. Once you're stable in your knee and your other foot, toes pointing toward the mat, find your balance in the room one more time. Take a breath and breathe the arms up alongside the ears. If it feels good, just do a gentle bend in that right side. Just a couple little squeezes in those knees. Come back up to center. Take another breath, reach the palms up high and squeeze that bend just a couple times. If it doesn't feel good, stay nice and still and strong. And then on that exhale, let the palms meet. Come back down to prayer. Soften the shoulders, stay in the shape. One more time, press the palms together, send the hands up. Sink into that knee bend one more time if that feels good. And then bring the hands back down to prayer. Bring the hands down to the ground now, and that other foot up underneath the body. Sit on the feet one more time in the kneeling space. Bring the hands to heart or hands to prayer. Soften the shoulders and take a nice deep breath before we change shape. Inhale big and then exhale that away with a sigh. And then take your time. We're going to come into standing. You can fold the mat back to normal if you moved it. And we're going to come standing in the center of our mat, making our way into mountain pose. So as you come up into standing, I always like to take a couple of steps, like intentional lifting of the feet, like slow march. And as I do that, wiggle the ankles left and right. Stretch the toes a little too. And then straighten the legs, press them into the mat. Press the toes, almost like when a cat's making biscuits. Lift the heels, press the outer edges and inner edges. Bend the knees, and then stand up. So in the big toes, they should be at least 2 fists apart. So definitely not touching. And then if you want to take a little bit wider for a little bit more balance, that's good too. But thinking framing your ears or framing your head or reaching your shoulders. Bend the knees, stand up nice and tall. Let the hands come down to the body. Find your balance space one more time. Take a big breath in the nose, fill the body. Exhale, soften the shoulders. This time, take a breath, breathe the arms up like the T. One more time, palms face down. Exhale, let that breath go. Keep the shape. And the next time you breathe in, rotate the palms up to the sky like you have two plates. Take another breath in and start to close the arms above the head. Keep the eyes, keep the head nice and straight, looking at your balance. Another breath in, reach the fingertips high, and then bring the hands down to prayer. As you do that, soften the shoulders, soften the knees. Take a breath, relax the jaw. Look down at the big toe or toward the big toe and bring it in just a notch. Almost like you're trying to line it up close to the belly button. Press those toes into the mat, lift the heel. And with that left one, lift up the left heel and bring it alongside the right shin. Toes are pressed in, almost like this foot has a high heel on. So this foot is leaning on my right long leg, toes pressed into the mat. And this is just the first shape of tree. Finding the balance again, leave the arms alongside the body, feet pressing the way we are. As we're doing that, imagine opening up that hip like when we were just on that kneeling space. We want to have that hip opening a little in the space. Bring that left foot a little higher if that feels good. Maybe just step it to the shin, step it to the side of that leg and bring it back down. Or maybe bring it to that leg and hold on to it with a little balance. Maybe you want to walk it a little higher. Careful not to press into the knee too much. Sort of move around it or wiggle up around it. And wherever you land, even letting the foot come back down to the ground, come back up again. The goal here is just letting the feet sort of decide what to do and then bringing our eyes back to that staring focus. The shoulders can be soft, hands can be on the body. If your tree comes back down, just bring it back up again. And then stay here for another breath if that feels good. When you're done with your tree pose on this side, just bring your feet down to the mat. But otherwise, one more breath. And then bring the left foot back down to the mat. Take a couple of intentional steps, picking up the feet left and right, left and right. Shake the head no. And then let's line that foot up a little bit more centered, so closer to the belly button. Put the heel up on that right foot and start to bring her closer to that shin. Those right toes are now pressing into the mat. And again, pressing the toes into the mat, letting this hip feel the openness of this pose. With both feet touching the floor, heel on this now left long leg, eyes on your focus for a breath. And as you take another breath in, looking down at the feet, let yourself sort of play in that walking that foot up alongside that body. It's always welcome, invited, encouraged to use a wall if that's nearby for a pose like this. And always listen to yourself. When you're done, you're done. Both sides are going to be different. And then whenever you've landed for your tree for that side that feels balanced, start to bring the eyes up again. Don't press into the knee too much wherever you land, but come back up into your standing. Let the hands land on the body. Big breath in, letting your tree come down and go back up again. One more breath if you have it. And then exhale, soften the shoulders, look down to the feet, step, step, step. Take a couple of steps out of your tree pose, soften the shoulders, shake the head no. Now we're gonna start to take the feet wide. So as we do that, just keep stepping. So keep stepping the feet right and left. Try to bring your knee up closer to your bum, like a big step each side. And step, 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 warm the body into your wide leg stretch as much as it feels good right now. Wiggle the bum and start to bend the knees. Again, bending toward the pinky toe. Just start to bend, bend, bend. Warm the knees, warm the knees. Let's point the toes toward the diagonal of the mat so there's more openness in the hips. Keep the knees bent and the back and the belly low. We're not trying to stand up yet. Support the body, you and the thighs. Keep bending, bending. And then when you feel like your feet are nice and pressed into the mat, press the toes again. Press the heels again. Find a little bend where the knees don't feel strained, no strain, and the upper thighs are back. Start to lift the body. See if you can find your focus again. If you can support the body, help the body stand up, do that. Gentle bend in the knees. Do a little bit of pulse. Let the bend sort of breathe in that hips, up and down, up and down. And then straighten the legs. Bring the body up nice and straight. Toes are diagonal to the mat. Legs are straight, no pain. As wide as it feels good in your body. Bring the arms, bring your attention to your hands. The palms are touching the body. Bring them up, 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 alongside the ears. So now the palms touch above the head. Keep your eyes on your focus. Exhale, let the arms come back down, framing the body almost like angel wings, down, down, down to the body. Shake the head no. And then inhale, breathe in back, up, 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 angel wings, up, up, up. Palms touch. Exhale, down, down, down to the body. Soften the shoulders. Exhale that away. Looking down at the feet, bend into that squat a little. Just do a couple little pulses in this goddess squat shape. And then stand the legs up straight again. Inhale, breathe the arms up above the head. Look at the hands, keep the legs straight. And then take the arms wide. Make a big X with your body. Press the heart forward. Press the toes deep into the mat. Reach the fingers far away. Reach them far away. Exhale, bring the hands into prayer. Come back into that little bit of a squat. Pulse the squat, pulse the squat, and then exhale, stand up straight. Straighten up the arms alongside the ears. Go into the X or star shape. Reach the palms up really high. And then on the exhale, bring the hands to prayer and come back, sink down into that goddess squat. Just doing a couple pulses, pressing the toes into the mat a lot. And then inhale, straighten the legs, send the hands up high. Last time, open the arms, sending the heart really forward. And then exhale, hands come to prayer. Sink into the squat one more time. Pulse, pulse, pulse. And then stand that up. Turn the feet back in. Look at your feet, turn them in, and walk the body back into mountain pose. Take a couple steps, shake the head no, shake the wrist, sway the hips a little bit, and then find a slow standing resting pose. Inhale, big, and exhale out of the mouth. We're going to start to come down onto our seat. Take your time moving into this space. And as you do this, we're going to come first onto the seat where we started. Bring the feet in front of the body so that the toes and feet are flat, knees are bent up to the sky. Press the feet into the floor and then take them a little wider. Take the hands next to the body so the fingers are either pointing away or pointing in towards like the same way as your toes. You decide. And then straighten the back. Almost like sitting on the beach to take like a beach picture. Or making like a W with your body. Take a breath in, press into the palms, lift the right foot, bring it down to the ground. Take a breath in, press into the palms, lift that opposite foot, bring it down to the ground. Take another breath and lift the opposite down to the ground. And then another breath, lift that opposite foot and down to the ground. Big breath in. See if you can just lift both feet for a second and bring them back down to the ground. One more time, inhale, both feet up, and it's okay if they go back down to the ground. One more breath, sitting back up, pointing the toes. This time when you come back down, let the feet come into the butterfly shape. So the feet touch each other, toes line up, and then breathe the knees up and down. A couple of breaths here. And then we're gonna lay down on our backs, laying down on the mats. And start to take up some space here.
Yeah, I'm done in 10 minutes. No screaming, okay?
As you come down on the mat, start to lean the body left, lean the body right. Pick up the head and lay the head back down. Pick up the feet and squeeze the feet into the belly, almost like when we're doing a cannonball in the pool. So squeeze the legs up as close as you can. Even if the legs are wide, that's okay. Take the legs real wide and squeeze the knees as close as you can. Even if you're squeezing like behind the thighs, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the legs in, the knees bent. And then start to open the feet. Take the foot left and right, almost like you're trying to walk on the sky. One foot left and right, big stretch, stretch behind the knees. Keep your legs squeezing these thighs into the body as much as you can, into the belly. Squeezing the feet and point the toes left and right, opening those knees on both sides. And then as you do that, let both feet open up to the sky for a happy baby shape. And then here, grab onto the pant legs or grab onto the ankles. Grab onto the shins, grab onto the feet or big toes. And start to just let the body lean a little left, lean right. So spine stays long and the baby shape stays, and you just sort of move left and right. Take another breath and let that right leg go nice and long, long, long in the mat. Squeeze that left leg up into the belly still another moment. On your next breath, help your body roll onto that right side. So the long leg is under the body and the bent leg is on top. It doesn't have to go all the way touching, just on the side. And now with this left arm, open it up long so the palms faced up. And just open it up so the armpits open behind you. You can look toward that spot, but if your head doesn't look all the way, that's okay. Let this right arm sort of ground that leg into the mat toward the earth. No pain, but again, sort of squeezing that fruit a little if you would. And then take a breath, help the body back up to the middle. Squeeze that right leg up, send the left leg long. And again, help the body roll onto that opposite side. So rolling onto the long left leg. The knee bend doesn't touch the ground, it's just leaning over the body. And then this right arm opens up, palm face up, and looking toward the hand. Maybe not look all the way, but just giving the whole spine all the way up into the neck, a little bit of that twist. Let your head relax where it feels good and breathe for a moment. On the next breath, slowly bring the body back to the middle, give it a squeeze, and then let the legs go nice and long, long, long on the mat. Lift the head up and lay it back down again. Think down, down, down to the toes. Squeeze the toes. Squeeze the feet. Squeeze the heels. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the feet. Squeeze the ankles. Squeeze the ankles and the feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the ankles and the feet. And squeeze the calves. Squeeze the ankles and the feet and the calves. Squeeze them a lot, and then let it go. Soften, soften down to the mat. Squeeze the hips. Squeeze the knees. Squeeze the calves and squeeze the feet. Squeeze the hips and the bum. Squeeze Squeeze the hips and the bum. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the muscles all the way around the bones of the legs. Squeeze the knees. Squeeze the calves. Squeeze the feet. Squeeze the toes. Squeeze the feet. Squeeze the feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way up to the hips. Squeeze the bum. Squeeze, 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 and let it relax. Big breath in the nose and exhale with a sigh. Take a big breath in, fill the belly with air, fill the lungs with your breath, and then exhale that breath away. Squeeze the fists, squeeze the hands into fists, squeeze the arms in like your elbows are folded into the body, squeeze the arms in, squeeze the hands into fists, and then squeeze the shoulders like a big shrug or like a big hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the hands, squeeze the arms, squeeze the elbows, squeeze the shoulders, squeeze, 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 and then let it relax. Lean the arms, lean the belly left and right. Lift the bum and let it back down again. Lift the head and let it back down again. Shut the eyes and squeeze the eyes. Squeeze across the eyes and squinch up the nose. Squinch up the nose and squeeze your mouth, almost like squinching your lips together. Press your tongue on your mouth. Squeeze your eyes. Squeeze your forehead. Squeeze all of your facial muscles like into a great big point toward the nose. Squeeze, 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 and let it relax. Big, big, big breath in and then exhale. Just relax, relax, relax. Take another breath and settle deeper into your space, or maybe roll onto a side for a moment and stay in your comfortable, relaxing space. Then take another slow breath and start to find your way back to your seat where we started. And as you take your time moving slowly, keep the chin in toward the chest, keep the eyes close to the body, keep yourself close to yourself for one more moment, and lean left, lean right. Bring the hands to prayer or to overlapping at the heart, or even squeezing the arms. You kind of decide what you want to do here. And keeping the chin into the chest. Bring back that first part of the session where we thought about our intention. Thinking in the thoughts, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Another breath and thinking in, I love you, I love you, I love you. Let's bring the hands together at prayer and rub them up and down really fast. So almost like you're trying to warm them by a fire. Make one last creation of energy for yourself, from yourself. And then take both of those hands, put one on your heart and one on your belly, and give yourself all of your magical medicine for one more moment. And breathe into the palms. Big breath in and exhale all this away. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. I really liked this morning class. This was the first Saturday, and I really enjoyed this time in this space. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. And I'll send the recording in a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yay! Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of the day.
You too.
Bye.